Hey, my name is Bridget, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk about a lot of things that I enjoy, one being makeup, skincare. I love talking about cooking as well. I'm a trained chef. I'm also retired Air Force. I was a jet engine mechanic in the Air Force. I worked on F-15s, F-16s, A-10s, um, and right out of high school, I went to nursing school where I trained as a LPN. And so I'm a jack of many trades, a master at none. But my favorite job is being a born again believer. Um, but all that to say, I am very, I try to be very transparent about things that um, have happened to me in my lifetime and that are going on with me. One is my skin. I have never been confident in my skin. I've had uh, ever since my dad died when I was 20 years old. All of a sudden, I started having really bad skin problems, and it turned into like the worst kind of cystic acne you've ever seen, and I was just devastated. And I got on Accutane. That ended up in 3 rounds of Accutane into my 30s. Uh, in between that, I was on minocycline, um, uh, antibiotic, so many times. Spironolactone, which is actually a blood pressure medicine but can be used for um, hormonal acne, and that controlled it some. And I've actually been on that in my later adult years as well. And that actually does work pretty well. So you might want to check into that if you've dealt with adult acne. It's called spironolactone. Um, but uh, it's a devastating thing. If you've never dealt with it, then you just don't understand. Um, and so I still deal with it. I have a little acne patch on one right now. I've just started on some estrogen patches and some testosterone cream, and that has caused me to have a few little breakouts around my um, chin and beard area, and that is strictly hormonal. We know that that is when you break out around here, that's caused by hormones. These work really well. I know it's backwards, but these are Neutrogena mini acne patches. They work very well. I also do spot treatments with silver sulfidine cream. This is you get this by prescription. I actually got this when I worked as a chef for burns, um, and but it works pretty well if as spot treatments, very lightly on breakouts, severe breakouts. It's an antibacterial, so if you think about it, a breakout is a lot of bacteria going on. This zaps all the bacteria. So you learn these little tricks. So lately, I've been hearing about this daily lotion, normal to dry skin, called Amlactin. It's a lactic acid, 12% daily lotion that you wear, that you use, and after about 2 to 3 months of daily use, it's supposed to not only help with some fine lines and wrinkles, which, okay, I use Retin-A 1% and azelaic acid from my dermatologist. I already have been using that for about a year, which works great. I love that. But I've been following some dermatologists on YouTube, and they say this in conjunction with the Retin-A, even without the Retin-A, that is supposed to help with texture. The texture has been one of my biggest problems, my skin texture, because I can't zoom in, so I'm going to get very close. If close skin grosses you out, look away or just go, just stop the video. I have very large pores. From breakouts, I have different areas on my skin that are very textured. I'm not necessarily like, it doesn't, I'm not so self-conscious that I won't go without makeup, but it does, it bothers me. And I'd rather not have textured skin. I'd rather have smooth skin. Who wouldn't? So when I heard about this Amlactin lotion, I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So and they caution though, if you've never, if you've never used Retin-A before, and if you're not a normal, regular Retin-A user, to use caution with this Amlactin lotion, because it can be pretty harsh on the skin at first. It's very drying. It can be. And they recommend you doing a patch test at first if if you have very sensitive skin. With Retin-A, I actually just learned that it's not sun sensitive, like we've all heard. But Amlactin lotion is and will cause extreme sunburn in the sun. So it's very important to use sunscreen. You always use sunscreen anyways, but with this, it's like imperative that you do. So last night was and if you use Amlactin lotion with the Retin-A, they recommend using the Amlactin lotion at night. Wake up, wash your face, do your normal whatevers, do a little Retin-A spot treatment, your moisturizer, makeup, go on about your day, Amlactin lotion at night. And you can do nightly Amlactin lotion, but they recommend at first doing like maybe 4 nights a week, 3 or 4 nights a week. So last night was my first night of using the Amlactin lotion. It has a slight medicinal metallic smell, I guess, and it does leave your skin slightly oily. So I wouldn't use it during the day because I don't think it would work well under my makeup. So nightly use is going to be the one for me. So I just wanted to get on and talk about the Amlactin lotion. Do a extreme before and probably like 2 or 3 months later, I'm going to do it before and after thing. So this is me before Amlactin. And that's it. We'll see you 3 months from now.